you don't lead with feelings. You don't lead with anger.
No.
You know, you lead by example. You have to be free mentally to be able to be free out there. Don't let your happiness or whatever revolve around people.
Welcome to another session of Peer Talk. We have a special guest in the building today. It's going to be an amazing session today because we have an individual who is using his mind and hands to create anything that man can use. And that's no exaggeration, man. And today, we are humbled and honored to have ML Faye on Peer Talk. Welcome to Peer Talk, brother.
Thank you for having me, you know.
Appreciate for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Thank you.
How you been, man?
I've been great, alhamdulillah.
What's going on?
Complain, man.
Man, you look Gucci, man. That's what I'm talking about.
You give me all the credit, man. Come on,
come on, man. You're the man right
I'm
here,
honored.
man.
I'm honored.
For real.
Man.
And today, my special and wonderful co-host is Babakar.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
Welcome back, bro.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get into it. Emma, you know, for the benefit of our viewers, you know, we like to ask our guests a little bit about them, you know, so our viewers out there can have an understanding who is talking to them. So tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, ML is also known as ML Faye, originally from Barra.
Oh.
And then I grew up in Kololi.
Wow.
Went to SO Primary and then Bakaopo and then went to Ndaus High. And then when I graduated, I came to the United States as a student. So it was rough, but you know, when I came, I stopped for about 3 years and I went back to school. And I got my Bachelor's of Science degree in Criminal Justice. I also minor in psychology. Basically.
Wow.
Yeah. So pretty much that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. You're basically a low guy right here. You know what I mean? Wow, this is amazing. But then, you know, before we get to that, I know we're gonna get to all of that. But let me ask, man, like now we see you as a tech person or a handyman, you know what I mean, doing everything, you know, going inside with your suit. Right after this, we're gonna take off the suit.
Right.
And I know it doesn't start overnight. No, you know what I mean? Like they said, Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah.
So tell us where you get your ingenuity, like the mindset of being a handyman.
So I've always been handy since I was young. My father is a businessman, and my mother is in the criminal justice field.
Wow.
Yeah. So growing up, my father came from a poor family, and he lost his father when he was like 7 years old.
Oh.
So he had to take over the family pretty much. Growing up, I kind of witnessed some of the struggles that he went through. It was rough, so I was always around him pretty much when there was school breaks and all that stuff.
Right.
And I saw how hard he worked growing up. He started with, you know, buying streams and all that stuff in like 2 baskets crossing Barra Ferry. Also, he did a lot of different stuff. You name it.
Wow.
So, and he taught me that there is more to just going to school,
right,
and just sit in an office and just have one income coming in.
Right.
So I was inspired by my mother also to pursue a career in the criminal justice field. So it's like, since I'm the favorite child, I didn't want none of them to feel jealous or whatever. So I was like, I just had to balance it out.
Yeah.
So pretty much. So but for the hard work that I do, I got it from my father. Because I mean, we all know the system back in the Gambia. Some people would always use the fact that I came from a poor family.
Yeah.
And he proved to me that
It's not
just
an
because
excuse.
just because you come from a poor family doesn't necessarily mean that you have to just sit back and complain every day. Easy wood.
Yeah.
And so looking at that, I was like, man, I have to be creative. I have to do something. When I was going to school, I didn't think much of it because I wanted to focus in school until I was done, and then just start doing whatever I want to do. So and after that, after I graduated, I've been pursuing my career. I have a regular job where I work 3 days a week, and then I was like, man. What am I going to be doing in these 4 days? So I started with the mechanic. When I first started, people were surprised because I used to do it on the down low. I used to work on my cars and.
You work on cars or something?
Yeah, that's how I started this whole thing.
Yo, I don't know nothing about it.
That's how I started this whole thing.
Wow.
My first post was a friend of mine came to me and wanted me to work on her brakes.
Mr. Taxpayers is back
thank you,
again.
boss.
Still a bug. Sorry for cutting you.
We're cool.
Yeah, man.
So she wanted me to change her brakes, and I did. So when I did, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a picture and post this and start, working on cars and make money off of it instead of just doing it for free.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I started that, I started on the low because my father always taught me that when you first start a business, you have to build the brand. You have to
Brand it.
So don't go for the money.
Right.
Because when you go for the money, you're gonna end up losing. Because people don't know what you have to offer yet.
Right.
So what I did was I kept losing for 3, 4, 5 months. And then so I was doing it for the low, here and there until people actually believed in me.
Right.
While doing that, a friend of mine also asked me, "Hey, do you detail cars?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." So I remember because my father, growing up, I used to get up every morning, early morning, and detail his cars. I used cooking oil to shine the whole car and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I did it for years. Even till this day, whenever I go to Gambia, I'll get up early morning and detail his car before he leaves.
That's good.
Sometimes if I wake up late, I'll still take it to the shop, to the car wash place, and they will do it for him and bring it back.
Nice.
And then so when she asked me, I was like, yeah. So I was still on the low, doing it just to put it out there to show people what I do. And after that, another friend of mine asked me, "Hey, do you hang cutting rods?" I was like, "Yes, I do." So as time went on, instead of just buying all the materials and just leave it there, that's bad for business because the market wasn't there.
Yeah.
So each time somebody calls me and say, "Hey, do you do this?" I say, "Yeah, I do it," and then I'll buy the materials for it and start doing it. Yeah. So from then, that's how I keep going every day. Every day, somebody will call me, "Hey, like last time, there was this washing machine." It was overflowing and leaking, and she was like, "Hey, my washer is leaking and overflowing and stuff. Do you know how to do it?" I'm like, "I've never done it before, but I'm sure I can do it." So the thing is, when I got there, I looked at the situation. Never done this before, right? And I ran the washer again to see where the problem was coming from, and I didn't get lazy, of course. The first thing I did was looked at the connectors in the back. So when I did that, obviously it wasn't coming from there. So now I'm like, I have to go in there. And it was rough. So I opened the washer, and then I looked in the back. That's where I saw where it was leaking and the reason why it was overflowing. So I fixed it and just left. So just things like that. Even for me. Myself, I don't even know what other thing I can do unless somebody call me. Can you do this? Even the fencing too. Can you do this? Flooring, yes, I do flooring and all that.
Wow.
Yeah, I can do it.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's about it.
So I wasn't wrong, man. When I said he's using his mind and hand to create. Wow,
amazing.
that is just amazing. Balka, you can go ahead.
No, I'm just I'm just flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised
Yeah.
at how much you can do. Right. What interests me much is that how you were able to break that barrier. Because most of the time, I don't know whether it is complexity. That's why people don't want to stop the career that they are doing.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're a nurse or, like you said, legal practitioner or something, to leave that, I think one of the reasons why people cannot quit those kind of jobs is how people are going to look at you.
Exactly.
Why would you leave this job to go and do this job?
The Gambian mentality.
Yeah, that's a mentality.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about,
Yeah.
working in an office and having a skillful job that you can do, and you are independent, you are self-employed versus being employed by somebody.
Right.
People are okay to have little salaries from an employer.
Just off class.
Yeah. Then the bigger salary being a self-employed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really amazing. I'm really
Thank you.
surprised.
Thank you.
I mean, I think it has to do with the society too, because the society we found, a lot of people out there, are skillful, they can do these kind of things, but like you said, might be complexity.
Yeah.
That if I do this, how people gonna look at me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Being somebody who is handy, who and we all need that. If my car broke right now, I'm not gonna able to make it to the office if I'm working in an office.
Right.
I'm not gonna make it to my office if a mechanic thing fix it. So you see, we all need each other.
And you would have to
You know what I mean?
get a tow.
Yeah.
And for me, I do mobile. I'll
Mobile,
come to
yeah,
you and
exactly.
take care of it, and
So it's
from
something that is very important,
Yeah,
to be handy in our society.
Right.
And
You know what I mean? Yeah.
One of the most important things, I think, this is an opportunity also to expose you to the Gambians. I know you've talked to a couple of people who already know what you do.
Right.
But it's important we promote our own people, especially those who are doing this kind of job.
Yeah.
Let's give them business. Let's promote them. In one way or the other, you can benefit from them, whether directly or indirectly.
Right.
Whatever you do, again, is going back to the Gambian community, whether in America or in Gambia.
Yeah.
And as you grow and you're making profit, I'm sure you can do all the job by yourself. You'll employ somebody.
Right.
So if there's a Gambian who has the same potentials, there's likelihood that you will hire that one than somebody from a different place.
And I don't mean to cut you off. I've been doing that. Like I've been when I first started, I've been hiring Gambians. But one of the challenges that I face, I'm a man with principle.
Right.
No matter how good I am, how kind I am to you, I have to look out for myself too. There's a reason why it's a business.
Absolutely.
So if some of the Gambians that I've hired, we didn't end up getting along because I have this mindset.
Yeah.
When the Tubab hires you, and what you don't do with the Tubab, you won't do it in my business.
Right.
Because if you undermine my business, you're not only undermining my income, but you're undermining my customers.
Right.
So if you come to me and you want to act like the rules doesn't apply to you. To me, we're not gonna get along.
No, that's fair.
So those are the things you try to help them to the point where it's like, all right, I'm creating jobs too, but then they wanna look at me as just like how other customers look at us as Gambian. Oh, ki Africa lo jógee. So duma ko bàyyi ma su nekkee lii bàyyi ma low bulk ba nga xam ne sax it's like ñaaka def sa moo gën. And I mean, to be honest, I can't make the same money that I make working for somebody as a businessman. Because at the end of the day, I have my tools, I have my gas, truck, I have to go there, and my time is important too, because I can never get my time back.
Never.
You know what I mean? So those are some of the challenges that
and I'm not going to cut you off on that. That is true.
Yeah.
When we were doing this container business, it was the same thing. Right? When you go to pick some boxes, they will overload those because if you have machines who are going to pick it up. And I got to a point I was like, hey, Jay,
and if you charge them, they
don't want to pay.
Oh, okay.
They want to gain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I have to pick this box and take it to my car and drop it. You don't have to even bring it to the container.
See?
We are coming to pick it up for you.
Pick it up for you.
Yeah, so you need to at least value what we are doing. But I think that is very true. It's very common in our society. It's something that we need to change.
It's a problem.
Let's try to respect our people who are trying to stand on their feet. Let's support them. And support doesn't only mean by money, but value their job that they're doing. Mentally.
Because if you say, Nabade, high school, it's like it's like I'm making the same amount that I make working with somebody. And the first thing that will come out of their mouth, what about me?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? What about me? And that's the problem that we have as Gambians. We call ourselves Muslims.
Right.
Back in the day, growing up, people used to say, "Tuba Bude." If I'm Safara, because not to be honest, look at it. Tuba, the flag guy in me, sorry. The flag tampon, the Guinness Hallis. Mu compensate la. You get what I'm saying? The fine young chat immediately Muhammad keys bigger companies la. The fire why the same the same quality of job.
Right.
They don't even because man I work with everybody. It's not just Gambia. Man I've seen it different.
Right.
And there are other Gambians who are really good too. Don't get me wrong. My customers, some of my Gambian customers, they value my work. They respect my work and they respect other people's. And I've seen how they work with others too. So now if we call ourselves Muslim, we say we pray to God, but we don't accept the truth. We don't look at it as warulo jamu dollar because dollar soko hali soko jamu rek mo de tax nga de mer so fe nit ko xamne mënu liggéey ci xol bu set. The hali ñun we gonna die and leave it here.
Absolutely.
You know, so we just respect can go. I mean, respect cannot happen if it only comes from one side. It needs to come from both sides. So you can't demand respect when you're not giving it.
Right. That's
you know,
true.
it's like I want your money, you want my services. So we both doing each other a favor. You know what I'm saying? If it's not going to have a favor, I'm going to be on the street, and stuff. And even with that, you still have to respect the person.
Right.
So the key point is just respect.
Yeah,
true,
that's very important.
That's
You,
very true.
Yeah, you mentioned something, you know, about money. A lot of people don't put that into consideration. Just today, I think today, I was 50 Cent's book. I was listening to it, audiobook. He was saying the same thing. You know what I mean? If you're trying to get to something, don't look for the money. The money is important, but try to, you know, see what that thing is gonna bring to you first in the future. And then money is gonna come. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing it, but like, you know, that basically that's what he meant about it.
You gotta build it.
So about it, you gotta put something in place first.
Exactly. And I've had customers who have threatened me, Gambian. So I guess they call. If you call me, you ask me for a quote. I am telling you how much I think I'm worth. Now I'm not saying you should not negotiate with me. I'm basically telling you this is how much I'm worth. Now it's your responsibility to make me a reasonable offer. Why somebody want you married and you're not making somebody at fair. And you're not making and you're still not making a reasonable offer. What do you want me to do? I won't do that. I'm just gonna stick to my price.
You have your principles.
Yeah. So somebody. I've had few actually. The next thing that came out of their mouth, yo, Emily, I say I mean, me being me, I'm a very straightforward person. What I told the person, in fact, I'm gonna put you on my do not answer list because my dance my dollar. I'm working hard. I work hard for my money. You know, working on cars. That's how I got my chipped.
Wow.
So it's not easy, and I spend money. You know what I mean.
Absolutely.
So, if you know, if you knew what you're hiring me for, you wouldn't be calling me. If you knew how to do it.
Absolutely.
So you want my services. So that's another thing among us. They act like they control your blessings, and that's wrong. Man, when I come to you, I don't look at you like, oh, key family. No, man, I just come. You like you ask me, hey, how much can you do this for? This is my price. Again, I'm not saying you should not negotiate with me, but I'm not stupid. I know the market out there. Be reasonable with me. So, or if I give you a discount on this, you want another job, I give you a discount on that. So every job you want discount.
I know.
I mean, I can't lose. I mean, it's okay to lose, but I can't keep losing. Pretty much. Those are the issues that I do face sometimes. You know, and I'm sure because there are other Gambians that had a business here before, they quit.
Yeah, because of that.
The first thing they would say is, "Munuma dila Gambians." But man, dama hole guy nyaka fight a lot. Because you have to have principle in life, and
Absolutely.
you let your principle dictate whatever you do.
Exactly.
This is what we lack in the Gambia too. I guess the foreign investors would come to the country to invest. And then we let them control the times. You know what I mean? So that I guess man, I have this principle.
Crazy.
When you come to my house as an investor,
Right.
you're not gonna tell me where to sit.
Yeah.
To talk to me.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you where to sit to talk to you.
Yeah.
And that even if you promise to turn my house into heaven, you're still gonna go by the rules and regulations of my house.
Absolutely.
And that's what we lack, even in our government.
Right. No, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the hard truth is that we call ourselves Muslims, and we pray. You say we pray 5 times a day, but then you get
The attitude is not there.
yeah, the attitude is not there.
It's
I mean,
not.
Gambia is not just some bahana here and there, and here.
Not Julie, that's
not
it.
Julie.
No.
So, no,
It has
it's
to be
about
your behavior.
You can't.
Your
You can't.
actions.
Like, yeah, the mullah, and then, you know, you can't say, "Oh, I want you to treat me this way,"
Right.
but I'm not going to treat you that way.
Like,
It doesn't work.
Right.
Even God said that, and
Yeah.
Allah said that in the Quran. Like people like that,
Exactly.
they will want. I'm paraphrasing still, but like they will want everything, even a small bit of whatever you owe them.
Yeah.
They will want that.
Thank
but
you.
the little, even they will owe you big time, and still be mad about that.
Bro, I'm telling
You know,
Yeah.
the little they're not thinking about the little that they owe you, but you owe them that big thing.
See?
They're mad about it.
See, in 2017, I went to Gambia to work. That was when President Barrow was saying, like, you know, he needs people to come back and with ideas and stuff. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, obviously it wasn't about the money, you know, and it wasn't about the system, because I would rather be getting paid bi-weekly than every month. So when I went there, I met with few government officials. So I gave them some advice in terms of how to get the public trucks back, because the public they've been traumatized for about 22 years. You know what I mean? So they don't trust the government because all they know is reactive enforcement. Me personally, I've encountered these problems because I always go by the fact.
Right.
You know, personally. So, for instance, somebody stole my wife's phone at the beach. I caught him. I took him to the police station. Okay, they wanted to transfer the person to another police station. They asked me to either get a taxi or use my own vehicle. You know what I mean? But then the taxpayers are paying their money for these services. You know, there wasn't any squad cars to take care of this kind of problem. So another issue was, you know, obviously this land problem thing. Somebody owed me money. I spent pretty much most of my vacation going to court. So court's supposed to start at 9 a.m. Right at the door. It says it at the door. The judge doesn't show up till noon. And one time on a Friday, he came and he was like, "I'm sorry, I had to stop by at my grandson's school to pay school fees on taxpayers' time."
Oh wow!
No wonder why everything is backed up. People would say, you know, Gambian like to masla. Me, I just hit the nail. And it brings me coming back to some of the government officials that I met. I told them, I was like, "Hey, check this out. The reason why nobody trust the government because they're not being held accountable for their actions. Everybody's doing whatever. That was the reason why when shots were fired at whatever, during whatever, and then that was like during Barrow stuff, like when shots were fired and somebody got killed in some provinces, whatever. The interior minister, right, is supposed to be responsible for that. But the person supposed to be responsible for things like that is saying, "I don't know who gave the order." Fire the person. Because that's your job. You're being paid to do that. I mean, there should have been no excuse.
So, I think, you know, Sonia City government is very complex.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, very complex. And the money like a typically Sohalishin government, it's a clear representative of a typical Gambian.
Thank you.
How a typical Gambian thinks is how the government works. Because no foreigner is running the government for us.
No.
It's our own people from our own communities and society.
Muslim.
They are running the government, and that's why we have how things are. So Sonia Wefini, I think we are more exposed. Because we are more exposed than an average Gambian. So Sonia Way in America, at least you have seen the other side of life. Right? You should be able to learn from the society you live in, compared to your society, and make your attitude or your behavior better.
Open-minded.
Understand?
Yeah.
Like what you're saying about your business, that people are, they don't understand your worth. It's not even only about the money, but your time.
Yeah.
Like some of the jobs you do, there are people who can do those jobs, but do they have the time to do it? No. But you feel like your time is so worthy to a point that I cannot do this job right now. I'm gonna call somebody to do it. So respect his time.
Thank you.
At least you give him what he deserves.
Exactly.
Understand? I think that is very, very important
Yeah,
for people to know, and we try to promote our own people.
Yeah, I didn't
because
mean to go off.
you know who the job they are going to give it to somebody.
Exactly.
And the guy will not even negotiate with
They
you.
don't negotiate.
Yeah,
they don't negotiate.
The invoice a bill be, whether they are going to pay through credit card or whatever, but they're going to pay that bill.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it is important.
Yeah, and I also just want to highlight the fact that I'm not trying to be political here. I'm just trying to make people see how
We think.
How we think.
Yeah, it's
how
all of us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How we think. So like for instance, if I go to Gambia and I hire somebody to do a job.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just want to do whatever you want, which is fine. Just let's get not definitely. Man, I can work with you. But then so no, nenko defend why yo tubabi ala ya. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even have that open mind to understand where you're coming from. Now I guess if we're feeling look at America back in the day, centuries ago, right? They used to be like Africa, their houses.
Yeah.
So if they were just there and be like, America la, we wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
America is not a rich country, but they value themselves and respect themselves. That's why everybody wants to come here. And the security is good.
Yeah.
Medical is good. So in a country, if you want people to come invest, your security system needs to be good.
Oh yeah.
Medical system needs to be good. So and then when it comes to security, you have to be proactive. Pump money. Pumping money on something else doesn't make sense. So coming back to this business, people really like us as Gambians, we need to change the way we think.
Right.
We need to understand that hey, it's okay to learn. Because when I went there, when I was trying to explain my knowledge to these people, because I also forgot to mention that I had an internship with the emergency management of Homeland Security in Milwaukee. So we worked on what if situations. Good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah, what if situation. It's not just
You're
about
preparing yourself.
Yeah.
For emergencies and things like that.
But in Gambia, we just wait until
it happens.
It happens. Yeah. What do we do now?
Actually, when after happening, they do nothing about it.
Right.
Barely. Because let's say, for example, I'll give you an example of car accidents.
Right.
This year, how many youths lost their lives to car accidents? How many people? So many. What measures are they taking to prevent? I think the only thing I saw online was that they are trying to train drivers. But it's not only that.
It's not that.
We don't have any speed limits, right? No stop signs. Like cars can meet at the junction. There are no stop signs. These are simple things
that you need
that can be implemented.
Yeah.
Simple things.
Yeah. Teach
people about those things and have stop signs at junctions where there are no traffic lights.
Yeah. And the people,
those easy things, but they will not do it. Yeah. And you talk about the healthcare system, which is also horrible. People are dying like crazy.
Yeah. And the people too. The people we need to be mindful. We need to be, people of.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that's why you have government. That's why you have laws, so that because no matter what you said to people, some people will never listen. But you have laws in case they break the law to guide them. Face the consequences. This is why you have laws and you have a government in place. But we sometimes don't even know the function of the government. We think to be in the government is just there to be paid salary. Let me just have my salary and let me
work for them. That we work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the typical mindset of a Gambian. But like I said, that's really huge. Yeah. But we definitely need to think better to change that country. Gambia has so much potential.
And believe in one another. Because the response that I got from one of them was, "We don't know you."
Really?
Yeah, we don't know what you know. But how do you know somebody? Put them to a test.
To a test, yeah.
See what they have. You know what I'm saying?
You have a resume.
Exactly. So, and I showed everything
use of that.
to them, what I did, my story and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's like, and I'm showing it again. If you bring tobacco, you're Gambian, you went to school for something, right? tubaab bi deful dara.
Yeah.
He didn't go to school for anything. Mu sol the same uniform bi nga sol. Moom la ñoo believe.
Oh yeah.
This is the problem that we have.
They
we
will
go
doubt
by,
you, of course.
we go by appearance.
Yeah.
That's just brainwashing.
And that is just bad.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even believe in our own people.
Yeah.
Man lu ma ko jëlee rek. So gomee yàlla dëgg da nga ko njëkkee si yow.
Absolutely.
Balaa nga ko advocate su ko defee. mu ne. So whether you are a leader of a family, leader of a country, or leader of whatever, you know, you don't lead with feelings. You don't lead with anger.
No.
You know, you lead by example. Look at Obama for example. When he was leaving office, people were crying.
Yeah.
Because he was a good leader.
He's a good leader, yeah. People like
so I didn't mean to be practical.
No, you're good. Examples, you know. Absolutely, that's not political at all.
So we can see where we are in life. You know,
absolutely. You have to.
The thing is, sometimes these are things that you cannot avoid.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it because we are affected.
No, we
like it or not.
Our thing is we don't want to talk about party politics
Okay.
or anything that has to do with. You know, absolutely.
Like, we are talking about our own attitude.
Our attitude.
And things that we need to change to develop as a nation.
Exactly.
Because one of the things that we do here on this show is to change our mindsets, you know.
Right.
And as young people, you know, we are supposed to be doing that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In order to, you know, pass it to the younger ones. You know, so it's important.
Yeah, somebody said, because when somebody calls me from Gambia and be like, I feel easy with Fidafa Defni. Well, then, what are you doing to fix that problem?
Yeah, exactly. You're part of that problem.
You know what I mean? Fix that problem. And then sometimes, I mean, I initially get sent Bopa, you know, but if you have a job, okay,
why not create one?
Job? You can create, you have to, every country you go to, is a lot of opportunity. Man, that's how I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Because foreigners are going to Gambia, Lebanese,
and they make
Nigerians, the Fullers.
Yeah.
They're making money.
Now, the thing is, right, no, they blame Gambians, see, but the other thing, like I said, so how the educational system be? Problem before from like, right? Haletamung judo. The only thing your parents have been, most parents, they've been telling their kids, go to school and have that good grade.
I would say 99%, man.
Right, okay.
We don't even 99%, man.
So that is the problem. We need to think differently. I remember when we were young, my younger brother, Mom, he was good at, technically he was good.
Yeah.
So that you know what? Even though you are going to school, I want you to go to a mechanic shop. Weekends. Not him but some of the problems that he was having was his own mates. Then like they're laughing and he's doing that.
Backspint di makani pentour acrylic latex paint ak stucco fillers bàyyi ko be America bi ñepp nangul ci pentour yu baax. Backspint amul benn loraange ndax dañ ko defar mu méngook ak tere yi bàyyee ko ci xam-xam yu ees yi aju ci wàllum pentour te acrylic paint gaaw naa wowal lu ndox bari du ko yaaxa wala naaj tàngeewu ko ba mun koo yaaxa. Backspint du xolleeku raxasal bam set muy nes-nesi. Backspint galon yu mag la di 400 square feet per gallon. Suñuy acrylic stucco filler bi di tinki tanka dina rataxal sa maraaj ba soo ko pentuuree muy nes-nesi. ñu gaawal liggéey bi nag bañ leen amalee ay xale yu xereñ te seen xel màcc lool ci wàllum pentuur buñ la pentuuralee rek nga siñi. seet siñu si suñu makkaan bi ci Sukuta highway ca Sancha ba Suley Job junction ak Sukuta traffic lights wala nga call ñu 981-6182 7868-127 wala 306-9609 wala email backspint01@gmail.com.
Take this for so I think it is important for the government to know because so whole system the way it is set up. Why are you going to be paying accountants and tell us way more than doctors and nurses and people who have skills like technical skills? Where are we going? Lee, I always keep emphasizing this. We need to change that mindset. And not going to change it. Let's try to train our kids from primary level or nursery level to be skillful.
That's how they do it here.
Let them be skillful. How do we do that? Like I said, when I was young, we were making our own toys. Those are things that should have been in the school system. They should be in the school curriculum. It should be part of it. That way, because hadn't been they had encouraged those things in us, some of us would have been engineers.
Oh yeah.
Even if you don't travel, we will probably be making our own cars in the Gambia. We'll be building our own technologies.
Oh yeah.
but they kill those skills in you. The only thing they are telling you, oh, go to school.
Yeah.
After you finish school,
Get
what
that
salary do you
degree.
get? $2,000 a month? That can't sustain you and your family.
They can't
Then
even
you
buy
start
rice
stealing.
anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think
I
you
know,
can
right?
buy rice
Right?
anymore.
You go and buy, and so again, you go back to our farming system, it's the same thing. The mindset of farming in the Gambia, it used to be poor people are farmers.
Yeah.
Versus farmers should
I'm
be
on the
the rich
office.
ones, because those are the people who feed the nation.
Yeah.
And I always say this: no nation can claim independence
No.
if you're going to produce your own food.
No. And if you let
and if
people
you are just a
dictate
consumer
terms,
nation, Lolo is wrong. And skills like things that you do, these are the things that we need. Why would I call a foreigner? Hold on, sometimes if our telecommunications have problems, they have to hire an expert from a different country.
to come
Think about the cost.
That's a lot of money.
Right? Now, is it going to put just to fix that simple problem?
And I'm sure
how many
it's
thousands
really
of dollars
simple.
are we losing?
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
really simple.
Simple, yeah.
Most of them,
They don't fix. They just replace.
right. When we can train our own people to do these things and save our country some money.
Yeah.
So I think it is important for you, promote some of these
Oh, yeah.
things.
Absolutely.
And then-
It's an amazing conversation,
Sorry, man.
brother. You know what I mean? The reason why we have these kind of conversations, because we have to motivate our people out there. We have to inspire our young ones, you know. Like as you say in the beginning, you graduated with, a degree in law, and other things. You work, come on, man. You work in high places,
7 days a week. I've been.
You know what I mean?
Before that, I've worked in a bakery,
Right.
McDonald's, big and tasty, flipping burgers.
That's what I'm saying.
Wendy's. What else? I was a bagger pushing groceries out to the
lots.
like to the lot to
Yeah.
the people's cars and load it for them, get a tip, and what else? I used to walk 2 miles to go and then 2 miles to go home, because the route that I was in Atlanta, when I was in Atlanta, did not have a bus route. I've done a lot.
All right, that's really amazing, because one thing I like about among a lot of things, one thing I like about America is Western countries. They don't care what you do, man. Long as you putting food on the table for you, hey, who cares?
Nobody.
They respect you for it. Matter of fact, they respect you for doing that, whatever you're doing. So that's what we should implement in our communities. Gambia, I would talk for Gambia or Africa. We like to look down upon people's careers, people, whatever people do.
Just
You know what I mean?
down,
Which is
that's
crazy to me when I see, when I think about it. We all
sir.
come on, man. It doesn't matter. We came from different backgrounds, and our careers will never be the same. We all, like I said, we all need each other at some point.
One thing,
So
one
we
thing
have
I
to
would also say, I have hope. People are changing.
Yeah.
We are getting better, and I'm sure we are going to get there. People are now seeing. I think media has been very powerful in helping us change our mindsets and the way we view West and our own people. That is changing, which is great. And shout out to I would say our generation. Things are really changing.
Yeah.
Let's try to definitely promote our people.
Absolutely, we have
do the
to.
best.
So before I want to ask you, like you said, some of the things that you do. Can you just tell people out there, especially people in the Seattle area, things that you are doing?
Well, things that I do are flooring, I change hardwood floors from carpet to hardwood floors, and then laminate floors. I do handyman jobs and moving and mechanic and what else? Pressure washing. Basically it's the cleaning service is more up there, and the moving, and then all other things out there. It's just basically you call me, just call me and ask me, ML, do you do this?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah.
So you detail cars.
I detail cars.
Wow.
Yeah, I detail cars.
And you fix cars too,
I
right?
fix cars, and
Mashallah.
I clean everything. Even if you want me to organize your closet, fold your clothes, put it away, I do all that. Those are one of the
That's
things
what
I
I'm
do.
talking
That's
about,
right,
man.
that's right, man.
Hey,
That's
that's
right.
the
Do that,
future
yeah.
right there, man.
Yeah, so
Hey, this is what we need. You know
ML,
what
do
I mean?
most of that.
Yeah, do musa daw. Boy, no, boy, don't need, boy.
Respect.
That would be more, boy. Need it, go, boy. We gotta get there, man. We gotta get there, man. Gambia, man. We gotta get there. But it's a good thing. There's a lot of young Gambians out there who are doing amazing things. Who are, like you said, people's mindsets are changing now.
They are.
You know what I mean? We need to see more of this. You know what I mean? And we need to support too, like you say.
Right.
We need to support them. They can't be what they want to be if we don't support them. We have to support, no matter what. We got to support, and we have to believe in them. You know what I mean? Right. Don't look at them as, okay, these are Gambian, these are my brothers. You know what? Maybe, he might not do it right. Come on, man, give it a shot. Yeah. You never know, man. Don't just look at him because he's a black man. Because I'm black, for real. You know what I mean?
That's why you keep moving. Just go to another door. That's how this life works.
Yeah. So we shouldn't have be in that. Circle that to say, oh, I don't want to deal with Gambians. We shouldn't be doing that.
Don't pick and choose.
Yeah, we don't pick up. Matter of fact, we should be like, I want to deal with my Gambian brother. Yep. You know what I mean? My Gambian sister, who is doing whatever they are doing, for our community. And then, brother, man, my last question to you. I know we don't have much time. We gotta go. We gotta bounce because that's what it is, man. That's the mind of a hustler. They don't rest, right? Tell. For young people who are watching, maybe in the Gambia or here in the Seattle area, because especially here in the diaspora, kids here, we need to talk to them. Right. They need to learn from us.
Right.
We all have our stories coming down here. Sometimes most of us don't have nothing.
Right.
Came here, be well, at least alhamdulillah. These kids need to look up to us, man.
That's right.
So talk to them about whatever.
Man, it's just simple. Yeah. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do the way I go. Try not to don't sit there and be like, it's not easy. You're a man and you're going to be a leader of your family someday. Right. And this goes both to the man and woman. Because I believe in women too. I believe that they can do whatever a man can do out there. Yeah. So just don't sit there and feel like, oh man, my life just stopped. Man, I failed so many times. Dem na Gambia, you for business, madano. Majina I kong you bari wiyaho, madano. You know what I mean? So I failed so many times. And I'm still trying. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna stop. So always focus on your agenda. Don't worry about his agenda, your agenda. It's your story, you tell it. Like it is, and then don't worry about what others think about you. Don't worry about, because when you worried about it, you are limiting yourself from your blessings. Exactly. Because sometimes you might want to do something. Who knows? It's even good for you, but you feel like, oh, your fault. Guess what? Yeah, has a blessing, but no. So just go for it. Do what you need to do as long as you're happy. You have to be free mentally to be able to be free out there. Don't let your happiness or whatever revolve around people. Right? True. Use your own ideas. Go for it. Yeah, take advice, listen to people and all that. Take what you need to take from people, because I do listen to. I'm inspired by other people.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
Apart from my father, but I'm just saying, you gotta listen.
Absolutely.
and always understand that it's okay to learn. When somebody gives you a feedback, don't be offended. Just learn and move on from it. Because I'm telling you, I learn a lot from that.
Yeah. You gotta take advice.
And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, we thank you for coming out.
Thank you, boss.
We're really proud of you,
thank you, sir.
And we're gonna support.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is important, guys out there, let's support our brother, let's support our brothers, let's support our sisters out there who are doing things in our communities. At the end of the day, like Ibo will say, shout out to Ibo, my baba. He said, if you give me the money, come on, at least it's gonna end up in Gambia. Either I'm gonna send it in Gambia, or you gonna say, so it's gonna send it. So it's all the same. Say a lot of support, man. A lot of support.
Much love, man. Absolutely. Thank you, my customers. I want to say thank you for always pushing me and always supporting the business. I'm grateful, really. I am really grateful. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, everybody, share this video. And let's keep the conversation going.
Respect. Yeah.